Welcome to a peaceful evening, where the crackling of the campfire and the gentle whispers of the wind invite you to a journey beyond the ordinary. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let your mind wander to a magical place, far from the hustle of everyday life. This is the story of a journey to a place known as Whispering Pines, where the trees have tales to tell, the streams sing lullabies, and the stars watch over travelers from the heavens above. As we sit by this cozy fire, listen closely and allow yourself to drift into this serene world. Let the flames dance before you, casting shadows, while the crackle of the fire fills the air. Now, let's begin. Once upon a time, in a little village tucked away at the edge of a forest, there was a small cabin by a tranquil river. The cabin was known to many as the perfect escape. It wasn't just any cabin. This cabin had a secret. It was the gateway to Whispering Pines, a forest so quiet that even the birds seemed to whisper their songs. Legend said that anyone who ventured into the heart of Whispering Pines would be guided by the gentle murmur of the trees, leading them to peaceful adventures that would last for eternity. One evening, a young traveler named Ava arrived at the cabin. Tired from days of wandering, she had heard the whispers of the forest from the villagers, and she had come with a heart full of wonder, seeking peace and solace. She sat by the fire inside the cabin, watching the flames dance and flicker. Outside, the wind rustled the trees, as if beckoning her to explore. The fire crackled as she gathered her courage. She grabbed her small satchel and stepped outside. The cool night air caressing her skin, and the scent of pine filling her lungs. The forest was dark, but the moonlight guided her steps, casting a silver glow on the path ahead. As Ava walked, she could hear the gentle hum of the trees, as if they were speaking in a language only nature understood. The wind whispered, and she followed its lead, deeper into the forest. As she ventured farther, Ava came upon a small clearing where the trees parted to reveal a gentle stream. The sound of the water flowing over the smooth rocks created a calming melody, one that seemed to call her closer. She knelt down to dip her fingers into the cool water, feeling the flow run through her hands like a soft caress. In that moment, she felt her worries melt away. The trees, the water, the air, it all felt like a dream. But Ava knew it was real. She had found Whispering Pines, and it had found her. With the soft murmur of the stream in the background, she continued her journey, guided by the whispers of the wind. Soon, the path led her to a grove of ancient trees, their trunks wide and gnarled, their leaves shimmering in the silver light. Each tree in this grove was known to have a story, passed down through generations. The trees of Whispering Pines were said to be the oldest storytellers, and their wisdom could only be heard by those who truly listened. Ava sat beneath the largest tree, leaning against its rough bark. The night was quiet, save for the crackling of the campfire back at the cabin. She closed her eyes, listening intently, and in the stillness, the tree began to speak. The tree's voice was slow and deep, like the earth itself, carrying the weight of centuries. It spoke of ancient times when the forest was young, and how the trees grew tall and proud, reaching for the sky. Long ago, the tree whispered, this forest was filled with magic. The stars above would come down at night and dance among us. The moon would paint the sky with silver light, and the air would hum with the sound of distant music. Ava listened intently, her heart swelling with the beauty of the story. She felt as though the forest was alive, breathing with her, sharing its secrets with her. But time, as it always does, passed, the stars retreated, and the moon's light grew softer. The music faded, but we remained here. The tree continued to tell our stories to those who listen, to guide them when they are lost, than to offer them peace when the world becomes too loud. Ava's eyes fluttered closed, the weight of the tree's words filling her heart. She felt the gentle embrace of the forest, the calming presence of the pines, and the warm light of the campfire beckoning her back to safety. The tree's story echoed in her mind, like a lullaby, until the night faded away. When Ava awoke, the first light of dawn had begun to color the sky. The forest was still, the air crisp and cool. She stood slowly, stretching her limbs, and with a final look at the grove of ancient trees, she made her way back along the path. The whispers of the forest faded as she walked back to the cabin, the soft crackling of the campfire greeting her when she arrived. She entered, closed the door softly behind her, and sat by the fire once more. The peace of whispering pines filled her soul, and she knew that the forest would always be there, waiting for her return. And so, as the fire crackled and the birds began their song, Ava closed her eyes, letting the warmth of the flames and the comfort of the forest lull her into a peaceful sleep.
And so, the journey through Whispering Pines comes to an end for tonight. As you lay back and listen to the gentle whispers of the trees and the crackling of the fire, may your mind find peace. May you too find a little magic in the quiet, in the journey, and in the stillness of nature. Please feel free to listen to the next 5 minutes of pure relaxation. Good night, dear traveler. The forest is always here. Sweet dreams.